Hey there and welcome back. My name is Katie. If you're new to my channel, this is Louisiana Cooking and Living, and I just want to apologize. The video I had planned on putting out this morning, this is Thursday, I had deleted from my phone, so that's why I did not have a video out this morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip up a quick zucchini bread. I was trying to think of something I can do real quick, and I was thinking about on Christmas morning, when my kids were little, we used to do birthday cake for Jesus on Christmas morning, but now that they're adults, they don't want cake first thing in the morning. So I thought about this zucchini bread because this would be a, I don't know if I want to say healthier alternative, but yet it is kind of a healthier alternative to birthday cake. Something cinnamon, something slightly sweet that you can have on Christmas morning. Just thinking of something that you could do for breakfast. So what we're going to do is, I guess, get started. This is an Ina Garden recipe. I will link it in the description box. I got it off of Pinterest, and I am going to add sour cream to this, which she does not have in her recipe. I have found in quick breads, cornbread, cakes, things like that. Sour cream really does make a difference in the texture of these kind of bread products, and so I am going to add that to this recipe. So we will get started and get this in the oven. I do have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. And I have my 2 loaf pans greased. I love these stainless loaf pans that I got off of Amazon. I'll link these in the description box. Those are good for baking bread in, so I do like those. But we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do is combine our dry ingredients in our bowl here. I have 3 cups of flour that I have scooped and put into the measuring cup and leveled it off. It's unless you're weighing your flour, I'm hearing and finding that it's better to scoop instead of using your measuring scoop to scoop out of your canister, to use a spoon and scoop it and dump it into the measuring cup and then level it off. So we have 3 cups of flour in here, and we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Again, I've showed you this before. This baking powder here is, oh wait, I'm not going to say that because I am so wrong, and I apologize. I need to get some different baking powder. This is not aluminum free. You can find aluminum free baking powder. And I am not sure why I have not replaced this one yet, because I think I remember buying this because it was all they had at the store. But I need to remember to replace this because we don't want that extra aluminum in our diet. Alright, so I'm going to put a teaspoon of baking powder in here. We are going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda in here. We'll just kind of eyeball that. This does make 2 loaves. I'll put, the recipe calls for 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put a little bit more than half. We find that we really like this, the contrast of the salt with the sweet. And we are going to put 2½ teaspoons of cinnamon. The recipe calls for nutmeg. We are not nutmeg fans, so we are not adding that. So we're just going to use all cinnamon, 2½ teaspoons of cinnamon. The nutmeg calls for 1/2, so we're just going to put about 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. Is that all my dry ingredients? Yes. Okay. So give this a quick mix real quick. And now in our stand mixer, we are going to combine our sugar, which we have 2 cups of just regular sugar. We also have vanilla, which 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Like I've showed you before, this is vanilla that we made together. 3 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3. All right, which is almost a tablespoon. We are also going to put the eggs. We have 3 eggs. And I just saw and then last, a cup of butter. This butter is a little bit softer than room temperature. put about a half a cup of the sour cream in there. Not much. It does have all that butter in there, so we'll just do half a cup of the sour cream. We'll give this a mix. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to add our dry ingredients to the wet ones. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time so they don't fly everywhere. I can already smell that cinnamon. It smells so good. All right, it also says half a cup of walnuts chopped that are optional. We love walnuts, we love pecans, so we are adding the walnuts. I think I might do a little bit more than that half a cup. That doesn't seem like enough. We'll do about 3/4 of a cup. All right, the last thing to add is our zucchini, and we need 3 cups of shredded zucchini. I started shredding my zucchini, and we'll go ahead and finish shredding these up. What I like to do, I bought 3 zucchini at Trader Joe's, and what I like to do when I don't use it all for something like this is I'll freeze what's left, and then you can put that in like a taco meat or spaghetti sauce or something like that, where you can just kind of hide some extra vegetables. So almost finished grating this up. And I don't want to cut my fingers, so I'm going to save this scrap for the chickens like I did with my other scraps. We'll measure all our 3 cups. You could certainly do this with a food processor, especially if you want to do a lot of zucchinis. Like if you're getting them out of your garden. This is a half cup measure, so we'll do 6 of these. You could certainly add chocolate chips to this zucchini bread if you wanted, even some cocoa powder. Now the batter does look a little dry right now, but the zucchini is very wet, so that's going to add a lot of moisture to your batter. All right, so like I said, I'll freeze this up. I'm actually going to use my spatula. I'll take this off. I want to let me know in the comments what y'all's favorite holiday or Christmas tradition to have on Christmas morning. We always did the birthday cake, like I said. I just wanted my kids to really understand what Christmas was about, and it wasn't about the presents and all that, because we would do the birthday cake and sing happy birthday to Jesus before we even opened presents, because I didn't want them to think it was all about them and what they get. And then as the years went on, we would sing happy birthday and make the cake, but we just wouldn't eat it because we didn't eat cake. They didn't want anything sweet for breakfast. All right, give this a good mix. Get the zucchini incorporated. It's so easy to throw together. All right, I think we're mixed good. We have our 2 loaf pans. And we're going to evenly distribute this into our loaf pans. All right, I'll spread this out. Like this one has a little bit more, so we'll move some over there. All right, we're going to bake these on 350 for 55 to 65 minutes. It says to put in a toothpick until it comes out clean, but I find that if you do that, you've really overcooked it because it's going to continue cooking once you pull it out of the oven. So do it just until there's just a few crumbs left on the toothpick. So we'll get these in the oven and we'll be back. Look at this loaf of zucchini bread. It's still warm, so I can smell the cinnamon. It is so gorgeous. You could have this for breakfast, for a snack. I don't know. Just eat it whenever. A midnight snack. So we're going to get a taste of this real quick. See if we can get in here. Look how moist and tender this is. The nuts in there. It spread some butter on this while it's still warm. Get that bite. So good. For dessert, you could even do like a powdered sugar glaze on this. That light bit of cinnamon. My son came in while this was baking and said, "Are you making cinnamon rolls?" It is so good, y'all. You definitely want to add that sour cream to your recipes. It is so good. It makes things so moist and tender. I hope y'all give this recipe a try. Let me know if you do, if you put that sour cream in there, and how it turns out for you. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. If you haven't subscribed already, we just ask that you subscribe and share the video with others if you think that they'd be interested. We are close to, we've made our subscriber milestone we have to make, and we're more than halfway to our views. So if you wouldn't mind sharing this with others, we would greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.